Ever since I started playing Minecraft, I've always been a Cubecraft type of guy. And since Cubecraft's downfall, I just switched over to Hypixel just like everyone else. And it didn't really take long for me to realize that Hypixel was the server that I was going to spend all my hours on and not really play any other server. So ever since I switched, I've had this question: what was Mineplex really like? I've never really played on there and I never really cared to try it out because I had a lot of fun on Hypixel. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Is Mineplex really that bad, or is it a misconception and a mesh of bad decisions that made everyone leave the server? And today we're not just going to play the server, I'll be rating the server on a bunch of different topics that I think are important, and we'll see how that compares to Hypixel. Number 1, the player base. In my opinion, it's very important to have a good player base because that would welcome the new people coming to the server. Number 2, noob friendly. With the huge wave of new people buying the game every single day, it's important to have a simple concept, have clear rules, and don't overcomplicate things. Number 3, player experience. By this, I'll be looking at how fun the game is, how noob friendly it is, how it works, and if it could be improved a lot. And with those 3 points in our head, we are going to join Mineplex and see how it actually is. So the moment I joined the server, I got meet with a tutorial which I really enjoy, but there's no real way to cancel out of that. So if you're just trying to play on alt, you have to go through the entire tutorial in order to play, which could be kind of annoying, but I really like the touch of a tutorial. And when I opened the GUI of the games, I kind of was overwhelmed because there was so much stuff going on that was kind of unnecessary, but you know, Hypixel has that too, so fair enough. And after looking around the map and in the GUI a little bit, I decided to join a Scours game, but I had some bugs and some issues, so I had to relog, which could be very annoying for a new player and very confusing. So I don't know how I feel about that because Hypixel never really has bugs with the GUI, so they could probably improve on that. Okay, I found a glitch. I think I can't really interact with anything and everything's broken. I think I should just relog. Okay, we're back. And once I queued up for a game, I didn't go to a separate lobby, but I was just in the main lobby waiting for it to find a game. And when it did, it sent me to another waiting lobby, which is just very confusing in my opinion, and I don't know why they did that. But after all that, we finally got to play games, and this is how it went. Okay, so first you are surrounded by a barrier which you can't really escape, and just time for you to get ready to start. And once it starts, you get, you know, the average loot. The first thing I noticed when I actually encountered a player was there was so many unnecessary things like sound effects and particles that you're just confused and like thrown off, like what is happening, and before you know it, you're dead. What is that sound? I do not like that. What is that? What is that? But overall the game is fine. It's not laggy, it's not bad designed. There's 24/7 watchdog around you. I don't know which anti-cheat they use, but I'm gonna just call it watchdog. And it's not that bad. And after that, I started playing Mineplex's version of party game, which was pretty fun actually. Very easy to follow, very easy concept, and overall it's well designed. I liked it. So yeah, bonus points for that one. White, where is it? There we go. Ooh, a lot of people gone. Nice. No! I should have gone to the one closest, but that was kind of fun. That was cool. And after that, I tried Mineplex's version of Build Battle, which was just kind of the same. It's just Build Battle, but then a little bit more laggy. And yeah, it's just not too much different from Hypixel, so I guess it's alright. Hey, GG. I actually got second. That's actually surprising. GG. And since we were already building, I decided to queue up for a game of speed builders. That's kind of like a memory game. You see a build and you rebuild it. I sucked at it, but I suppose it can be really fun if you're good at it. By the way, guys, I tried playing speed builders for like 3 times, and all 3 times I couldn't even get past the first round because I sucked so much at it. So I'm sorry for like the lack of gameplay. And after all those rounds, I looked at tab and I got confused, like what are these roles, what are these ranks? And then I realized that those are the ranks that they use. So I was like, that's super confusing to have immortal, eternal, legend, and then hero. That doesn't really make any sense. So I don't know why they chose to use those words, but okay. So I was just walking around and I found a game called Minestrike. I didn't know what it was, so I tried it out, and yeah, it's basically like CSGO but then in Minecraft, and the sound effects were so loud and I didn't really like it, and there was a lot of lag and stuff like that. I don't know. The idea was really good, but the execution could have been much better. So after playing on the server off camera for about 4 hours and trying out all the different minigames, I think I found a pattern. So I think the reason that the server died down is because of bad decisions with minigames, a disconnect between the players and the server, probably because of the lag. I've had multiple occasions that I had to leave a game because I was lagging and because everything was bugged, so that was very annoying. I can completely see why people leave for that reason. And what I noticed with Mineplex is that there isn't much content. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of mini games, but that's about it. There's no additional lobbies for every game mode like Hypixel has. There's no events. There's no really like thing that makes people want to join back and play the game for hours. And what Mineplex does is they put all of their time in one game mode, and once that's released, people dislike it. It's just very bad for the server, and if you constantly do that, you make people leave because so many bad decisions have been made. That's why I think they should introduce a prototype lobby too. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, a like and sub would be more than appreciated. So that leaves us with the question, is Mineplex really that bad, or is it actually kind of fun? The way people talk to each other on Mineplex is very differently from Hypixel, because there isn't really a word filter, so people just go absolutely ham if they're mad, but they can also be quite wholesome, which I can appreciate. So I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. Once you open the GUI, you don't really know what you're getting into because all these names don't really make a lot of sense. So from a new perspective, it will be very confusing, but once you get into a game, it's pretty clear what you need to do. So I'm gonna give this a 5. And finally, player experience. I feel like the games that they have that are good could be improved much more with a bunch of content and a bunch of different things that you can get rewarded for. And there is a really big skill gap. I noticed some players that are incredibly talented and some people that are absolute garbage, which doesn't really make sense. So if they would implement like skill-based matchmaking, for example, I feel like the noobs would have a much better experience with the server. And what I noticed between Mineplex and Hypixel is Hypixel rewards you for what you do. For example, in Bed Wars you get stars and you get loot boxes, etc. In Mineplex you don't really get that. No, you can't really like express how good you are at the game or how much you've played, and in Hypixel you can, and that's something that you can grind for. So that's something that Mineplex should implement, in my opinion. So does that mean I recommend the server? It really depends. If you're bored and you're not a competitive type player, I would highly recommend playing on there because it's a lot of fun and it's just something else from Hypixel. But if you're a competitive player who always wants to be on the top, who always wants to be like good at games, I would not suggest playing on here because you have nothing really to grind for and you'd probably get bored after 2 or 3 hours. I find myself pretty bored after those few hours that I played on it, and to be honest, I don't really see myself playing back on there anytime soon. I think I'm gonna stay with Hypixel. So guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had tons of fun making it, and I normally don't really make these types of content. So if you want to see more of this, make sure to let me know and give me feedback in the comments or in the Discord down below. And I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.